Testing 1, 2. All right, guys. So what's going on? We are just going to go right into it now. This one is called Divine Flow. Hi, guys. My name is Donnie Rouse, and you are listening to the podcast One Life. Divine Flow. Just cancel that flow. What if the full potential of yourself was literally there dormant inside of you? And the only thing that you had to do was create the right conditions in order for this seed to sprout and bloom. Just like a rose, when it starts off as a seed, its potential is yet not realized. It's only after it's been planted, after it's gotten the right amount of water and sunlight, that it begins to sprout and bloom and flourish into the beautiful flower that it is. You are very much the same as that rose. And when we look at the conditions, what does it take for us to thrive, to flourish? It takes a conscious decision to choose the things that are going to water us, so to speak, and allow us to grow and flourish. So I want you to look in your own life. Look at the areas where you feel like it kind of feels like a pain, right? That pain where you just feel stagnant. And that stagnant is an area of your life where you've chosen not to grow. But more than that, I want you to look around the decisions that are guiding you day by day. Because sometimes you choose things that aren't necessarily bringing you to where you want to go or guiding you down the path that you want to go down. That's one of the reasons why setting intentions is so important. Because when you set an intention, now all of a sudden you're saying, okay, well, this is where I intend on going. If I turn left here, is that going to get me to the destination faster, or is it going to deter me? And you have all these different decisions to make, but the outcome is clear. The intention is clear. So let's understand where exactly we are first. First of all, do you set intentions? Do you have intentions for your day, for the tasks that you do within your day? And then secondly, become aware. Do you make decisions that are bringing you in a direction or a place that you do not want to go? In order for you to answer this, you have to be able to say, well, what is it that I want? Where do I want to go? Where do I want to end up? You need that destination, that place that sets your aim. If you think of a plane traveling from New York to somewhere in Europe, right? The plane can go up in the air. It could literally fly aimlessly and land, say, in Germany, which is not bad. But if your destination was Italy, Rome, Italy, then you're completely off course. You're in the wrong place. So we have to know exactly where it is, at least have an approximation. Okay, well, where do we want to go? Maybe I want to go to Italy, but I don't know if I want to land in Milan, Venice, or Rome. But at least if I know that general direction, now I can take aim. Now I can start making decisions and correcting along the way. And then third, how have you been making your decisions? Have you been making decisions that are pulling you off course? Once you've realized and you've set an intention, have you been making decisions that have been pulling you in other places, going against your intention? And then lastly, what intention or what decision do you need to make? Questions are the most powerful thing we have in our arsenal because when we ask a question, it is always answered. So when you say, what's the one thing I could do now that'll move me forward in the grand vision for my life or to move forward in this intention, all of a sudden now answer is going to be coming in. Last night I woke up, I had a dream. The first thing I did when I woke up was think about this exact question. I've had several accounts calling me, asking me for my wholesale for my roasted coffee. This is something that I hadn't done prior. One of the accounts was emailing me, and I could already get a feeling as for what it would be like to do business with this particular person. Like the questions they were asking, the follow-ups, the texting at hours of the day where you shouldn't be texting. So in my mind, I was like, well, wait a minute. What is my intention for the business? Like my intention is create the coffee company. I loved doing all the selection stuff, but do it from a place where I have the flexibility and freedom to travel. And there's strategies around that. That's not what I'm going into. But also seeing what areas, what things am I considering that might throw me off that path, that might put a block from me moving towards that direction. One of those things is aligning with the right people, both in business partnerships as well as your clients, right? Not all clients are going to be the right client for you because they may take up maybe too much time, or they may take you away from the core of the people you're trying to serve. So how does that relate to the grand scheme of your life? Think about, let's use career, because career is very, very powerful. Because I think the majority of people, at least a lot of people I know, are in careers that they're not fulfilled in, that they hate. Or if they like it, there is a small tweak that they want. They were like, yeah, I mean, I do enjoy what I'm doing, but at times I feel, I don't know, captive, or I feel like things are just monotonous or mundane. Some changes need to be made, or at the very least, a different way of looking at it, or changing something in your life to give you what it is that you're looking for. So this way you could continue with feeling fulfilled and passionate about what you're doing. So let's go back to, well, let me ask you, where in your life are you experiencing that? Where in your life do you feel like you are stuck, that you're being forced into a certain position? Where in your life do you feel like you're making decisions, but they're not even aligned? You just feel like you're digging your hole a little bit deeper. And just the thought of it makes you anxious, but because it's all you know, you keep going down that path. You keep on digging that hole. It's important to become aware of it now, before you get too deep. And now getting out of that hole, you're going to need someone to literally throw you a rope, so this way you can pull yourself out. We don't want to get there, right? We want to catch it early enough, so this way we can correct and avoid any potential pain, but also move in the direction that we were meant to go, move in the direction that we are divinely being called to go, connect with that divine freedom. I believe unaltered, when we're unrestricted, when we're completely following our heart, this guidance is always there. The only thing that we need to do is to tune in, right? You can be tuned in to something. If you're driving in the car, you may have a radio station. All of a sudden, as you cross state lines, the station changes, right? All of a sudden now, this classical music you were listening to turned into heavy metal, and you're like, oh my God, what is this? And maybe you don't like heavy metal, so the thought of listening to it gives you pain. But if you keep driving, all of a sudden now you're driving a little bit more aggressively. You're getting angry because this channel is still on. Did it ever occur to you to, you know what, maybe I just need to scan the channels? I mean, there's probably a classical station somewhere in the state. I just got to look for it and find it. But more often than not, we kind of hold on to this thing because, well, you know, but the clarity of the station is so clear. I'm afraid if I change it, I might not get the same clarity. Or, I got to search. I got to look for the stations now. It's kind of a pain. I'm driving. I don't really want to put the attention towards the radio. Can you relate? But if you want to get out of that state of reacting, we have to learn how to take the reins. We have to guide our focus, our intention, our actions towards the very thing that we want to create. So let's bring it back to the questions I said. First of all, do you set intentions for your day? Do you have an intention for your life, for the different categories of your life? Yes or no? Once you have that intention, where are the actions that you're taking day to day, moment to moment, leading you? Your actions in your career, actions in your body, actions in your relationship. Where are they taking you? It might help in this exercise, if you're answering these questions, which I hope you are, it may help to really isolate one category, one area of your life to answer this, but to do it for all of them. And then lastly, I mean, the next question is, what do I need to do? Like, what actions do I need to take in order for me to get to this intention, to this endpoint, to achieve what it is or get what it is that I desire? Maybe it's family. I'll use that one for example, because sometimes I go into this default mode of being with my family. And as a result, holidays, birthday parties, things happen. And I roll into it kind of habitually, never really giving the thought as to what I really want out of it, right? Well, yeah, I want to light up. I want to, make my siblings, family feel good. I want to contribute in some way. Maybe it's just doing something unexpected that brings smiles to people's faces. But if I never ask the question, if I never set that intention to do so, then literally I just kind of stumble into it. And then those moments, those very special moments, because every moment you have with the people you love is special because they're not going to be in your life forever. Every moment that you have is extremely special. So doesn't it deserve the intention of putting intention into those moments? So again, what actions do you need to take? What intention, what are you being called to do? What is that divine guidance telling you that you need to do? And you don't even have to answer this now, to be honest with you, but set the intention just to be aware, to become aware, to listen in your day. When you set that intention, I promise, you will be pulled in that direction. You will get these little things. Now, all of a sudden, your awareness is going to open up and you're like, wow, there's something that just happened there. And I also noticed it over here. Something is trying to make its way into my consciousness. Some message is trying to come to me. When you get that message, take it as that divine guidance. Take the action. I promise you, you are worth it. Your life is worth it. You deserve to live a life that you are passionate about and love. So if you enjoyed this podcast, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions, comments, email them to me via my website at www.donnierouse.com. If you love amazing coffee, I just got a whole new coffees in. I have a new Sumatra, new Colombian. They're all pretty freaking dope. You can tell because I get excited when I get new coffees and I find in and dial in that roast. I get extremely excited, and it's something that I want to come on and share. So check it out, rousecoffee.com, RAUS coffee.com, and use the discount code ONELIFE in all capitals to get 10% off your order. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this in some way enriched your life and at the very least made you look inward to the things that you really want to experience in life, because life is short, life is beautiful, life is all of those things. But remember, most of all, you get one life. Live it. God bless, and I will see you again.